Hi, this is Jeremy Moskowitz, Group Policy MVP and founder of PolicyPak software, and in this video we're going to see how to deploy and manage the exception site list that is making its debut in Java 7 Update 51. So to get started here, let's sort of set the stage. The idea is that you can be any given user, and you could, as any given user, theoretically edit this site list by hand. So if I wanted to, I could go to http www.gpanswers.com and also https www.policypak.com. Whoops. https policypak.com. Click OK. And there we go. So I've made this for one user, and I'd have to run around to each user to do that, and that's a real pain in the neck. So what we're going to do is learn how to find this file, deploy it using group policy preferences, and then use PolicyPak to point everybody toward that exact same file on a system. So the first thing is, where does this file live? So the place this file lives is if we go to, let's take a look. If we go to our user, wherever we are, and go to app data local low, under Sun, whoops, that doesn't help us, under Sun, under Java, under deployment, under security, here we go, there we go, exception.sites. So let's take a look at exception.sites, and all it is a text file, and I'm going to copy exceptions.sites to C:\\, well, actually, I have, this is a share, so to a folder called share on this server, that is in fact a share. So my goal is to deliver this file using group policy preferences. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to do this for all of my West Sales desktops, so I'll call this deploy and manage Java exceptions file. Okay, and I'll edit this guy, and I'm going to use computer side and go to preferences and dictate a file and go to new file, and I'm going to specify whack-whack-dc share, and in the share here I'm looking for exceptions.sites. All right, so now I'll give it a location as C:\dest. I'll just give it a name, dest for destination, exception.sites. Okay, so I'm just copying this file from the source to the destination. And that's, let me just stop right there and let's make sure that this part worked. So I'll go over to my target machine here. I will run GP update. And again, this is just group policy preferences doing its part right here. So we're copying the file in and just seeing if this part worked. So if we take a look and we see dest, there's dest right there, and there's exception.sites. And if we take a look at the file, you can see that it's pushed that out. That's great. That's part one. Part two is we are going to use PolicyPak on the computer side, and so now we're saying every user on this computer will get the following settings, and we're going to go to new application, and we're going to pick Java 7U51 for Windows 7 and later, and we'll double click this guy, and where you're after is under certificate stores. I know that in the real UI it shows up under security, it shows up here in the real UI. For instance, if I were to show you the real UI, you would see it under security, but that's not where it lives right now. Right now, for PolicyPak, it lives under certificate stores, and you're looking for the one that's called deployment user security exceptions sites. Okay, this guy right here, deployment user security exceptions sites. Now, here's the trick. The trick is that it requires a very particular file for let me say this again. The trick is that it requires that you put the file in exactly in the right style. C \::. That's to get started on that. C \::/ where the thing is. So mine is called dest, remember? And then exception.sites. So C \::/ the location / again exception.sites. I know it's a mouthful, but that's how that works. So once we've specified that, okay, we'll click OK here. Let me prove I'm not pulling a fast one on you here. I'll go to configure Java on the target machine. It will be unconfigured. Okay, you can see it's currently unconfigured. Now what we'll do is we'll run GP update, get the signal that PolicyPak is going to tell Java to put it for every user on this computer to get exactly the same settings. And if all went well, we want to configure Java. So Java, configure Java, rather. Go to security, and boom. You can see that's the list. Just to continue on the good vibes a little bit more, if we were to log off and log on as some other user like East Sales User 8, somebody who's never logged on before, PolicyPak will, well, guarantee that it's going to deliver that pointer to that file for every user who logs on, regardless of who they are, provided you do it on the computer level. And that's what PolicyPak calls switched mode. So if we go to Java here and click on Java, we go to security, boom, there it is. Now, as of right this second, PolicyPak doesn't have a way to prevent users from editing this site list. That could be coming soon to a theater near you, but as it sits at this particular second, we don't have that. We're working on it. Hopefully this tutorial and demonstration gets you where you need to go as a PolicyPak customer. Thanks very much, and we'll talk to you soon.